G'day, it's Otto Maxwell back at you again with the Purgatory Progressives podcast. I'm joined with Kai Kutsia and
How's it going?
my favourite ranger of all time.
Fynn, nice to meet you all.
Fynn, Meany, how you going, mate?
Yeah, pretty good.
That's the way. So, bit of a hecker's week.
Yeah.
Bill Shorten went on ABC. It was pretty funny. Called the vaccine rollout.
A little bit intense, but it's alright.
Mate, it was funny as Bill Shorten went on the ABC and said, the vaccine rollout is a shit show. He literally just said it.
I love that.
I miss
Yeah,
Bill.
well, good on him.
Yeah, hey. Well, like, there's no
It's called
better
free
way.
speech, motherfucker.
There's no better word to describe it, you know?
Yeah.
For the balls, I like it.
Like I know you don't want to
It's
get
a
vaccinated.
shit show. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
It's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it is a fucking shit show. Because really, it is.
Look, considering that so many people are wanting to get it, they could be doing a better job of it. Like, personally, I'm not going to get it, but for other people,
Yeah.
I think that, yeah. I think that if you want to have the choice in whether to get it or not, I feel like if you choose to get it, that it should actually be there, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, what was it that Gladys said? That we have to get, 70% of our...
It's 70% of the population and then the rest can just do herd immunity, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Because I've already had COVID. I got it last year.
Survived.
Yeah. I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I actually got it this year as well.
I'm a survivor.
I actually got it this year as well.
Stay away from me.
Yeah.
Watch your shit. No,
it was ages ago. It was like a couple of months ago.
So you know how Kevin Rudd intervened with the vaccine rollout because, you know, Scott Morrison politely had his thumb up his ass the whole time.
Yeah.
So my boy Kevin, I love Kevin for those who don't know.
Big Kevin, man.
Called up the Pfizer
Kev.
chairman, which is what you're supposed to do. Morrison's government just like sent him a letter, pretty much, pigeon.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro, you call him. Kevin Rudd calls him and says,
"Dear Pfizer."
Yeah.
Sent with a fucking pigeon. Like,
yours faithfully. And then
To your obedient servant.
Kevin calls
the
him
pigeon's
up.
like, yo, it's gonna take like 8 weeks to get there, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, and then Kevin's like, you know what? If you can fast track to Australia, we will buy like a certain number. I think it was 14 million vaccines.
Yeah, well, that's
that only take
perfect.
the one shot, and then, you know, the Pfizer chairman's like, oh damn, that's actually not bad.
I would have loved to
That's
be
a good
in the room
yeah.
with ScoMo and Rudd just sat there. And ScoMo's like, oh yeah, we sent him a letter a few weeks back, and he's just like, the fuck, man, I'm picking up a phone call right now.
And you know what happened actually?
Rudd's just like, mate, I've already got it sorted. It's done. Don't even worry about it.
Mate, I did it before I walked in the
fucking
room.
loser.
It's been done for fucking 10 minutes.
Bro, I literally like DM'd them on Instagram and we got it. Like,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's all you have to do, mate.
I'll give Kevin Rudd a blowjob later, but Morrison's government.
Kevin Rudd texted him and was like, okay, cool. TTYLXX.
Lots of love.
Yeah, no.
Lots of love.
Morrison's government. He took like full ownership of it. He's like, what do you mean, Kevin Rudd? Kevin Rudd didn't do anything, and I'm like, I'm sitting there like, because I saw it in the paper.
That's not like, but yeah.
Like at least say like, yeah, look, it was Kevin. You know.
Give him a little bit. Just be like, yeah,
A little bit of
I know
fucking
it's a little
credit,
dodgy, but
honestly. Like, no, but like there's like proof that ScoMo wasn't involved in any part of it until he felt like he should be involved, because it was actually progressing and it was actually going fast. So then ScoMo was like, oh, I want to capitalize on this to make myself
That's
look
like
better.
when the fire's going on. ScoMo was like, no,
Yeah.
and then the second everything started to slowly get better, he's like, oh, I'll go do social meetups with all these.
Yeah, it's
community
fucking
people.
stupid. And the same with Gladys. Gladys didn't give a shit, bro.
Gladdy the Gladiator.
Oh,
I'm not seeing anything happen to the koalas, as fucking friendly Johnnies would say. Like,
Mate, like you're killing them by the fucking millions.
What?
You're killing them by the absolute millions, and like, Jesus Christ. Like, I think it'd be really sad in Australia if like my kids grow up without koalas. Like, I know you don't see them every day, but like, it's a national icon.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is just
yeah.
the natural cycle of human evolution. Is that some
We'll
animals
kill
will die, and
everything else.
koalas is one of them.
Yeah. In the
So
fires.
that's what I'm saying. Is though, as humans evolve, we just destroy more of our planet until another ice age happens, then the Earth kills us off a little bit, and then we either survive. Bro, we're going into a new ice age. This is our version of the ice age. It's like the technological age.
Exactly.
This is whether or not it's a environmental or like a physical change to the Earth. It goes deeper than that. It's not just, the oceans are rising and the ice caps are melting. It's more like, little Tammy, who's 2 years old, has her own iPad Mini and is, playing Candy Catch or some shit.
Yeah, buying into a consumerist world.
To me, that's more. To me, that's as fucked up as what's happening to the
100%. Yeah, I actually
because in the end, that's like.
I want to talk about that for a second. I think
once you start using media manipulation as a weapon towards the younger generation, you're literally brainwashing and literally growing these young individuals to be a certain way.
I think it's really sad that we're like the last generation who's grown up like without having an iPad there the whole time.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't
Who remembers the
OG technology, which was like actually benefiting society, was iPods. That was the I had a little like iPod Shuffle. That was the shit back in the day.
No one could call you. You could play some podcasts. You could play like anything you want on a mini little fucking iPod.
Yeah, and then like my mum had the iPhone 3GS and all that, and iPhone 4 and all that. But like for me, the only real like introduction to the technological world was, my mum's laptop and her iPod Shuffle, and then that progressed into an iPhone for myself. But I feel like my parents did a very good job in like sort of slowly opening my eyes to what's actually going on.
That's happened with
like even with me, like I've got an iPhone X at the moment, but that's because my iPhone 6 died, bro.
Yeah.
No, it did die. It broke.
It was time. It was time for you to get a good phone, because like I'm fucking hopeless with phones. I break them all the time. Yeah, I went through 7 phones in 12 months. That I had a really bad year.
I'm the exact same. I always broke my phone.
Broke my phones, and now
I was paying for my own phone.
Now that
I protect it like my baby.
Yeah, no, well, because now it's like my parents are like, I'm not buying you another fucking phone. You can buy it yourself. And then I buy my phone myself. I've had this phone for like a year and a bit now. Like it's been doing me well, but it's because I invested in a good case and shit. So when I drop it, it doesn't break.
Like this case as well, bro. This is my baby. I don't even have a single scratch in this. Like
this case covers the whole. It's an OtterBox, and it literally, like if I were to take this off, it'd be pristine clean underneath this shell.
Yeah,
like it'd be brand new.
My case was so good for so long, and then it started chipping away.
Yeah, well, like, if you're working in carpentry or if you're working in a trade, you need like a really good case.
Yeah, you do.
And also like you're gonna want to upgrade later on. So if you slap it in a good case and you keep it like in good condition,
you can sell it.
You're gonna be able to sell it at a higher price because there's no cosmetic defects.
Yeah, exactly. Except for maybe like a trash battery, because Apple.
Yeah, but that's literally like you buy a battery online for like $80 and you do it yourself at fucking home. Like it's that easy.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I mean, they make it harder. Like if you have an older generation, like an iPhone 10 is pretty easy. An iPhone 10 is pretty easy to change the battery or change the screen. But once you go up into sort of the iPhone 11, iPhone 12 sort of area, that's where it gets a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, it's because they're making it like an ecosystem, and like.
No, they're making it a fucking welded shut box, and they're not letting you enter it.
I've got a Nokia brick over there, and that still works, bro. That still works. My dad used that for years.
They did. Yeah, but it depends what model of Nokia it is, because they have shut off the 2G servers. They shut them off like last year in March or something like that, which means the phones that run off 2G and not 3G don't work anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what they're gonna do with 4G as well. They're gonna go with 3G. They're gonna go, oh, new 6G, and we're actually gonna turn off the 3G service, so now turn to 4G, 5G, and 6G.
For the rest of human existence, it's just
nothing's
good enough. There's always an upgrade to it.
Yeah. And let's make our phones last 1.5 years, so it just covers warranty. But then, like, as soon as that's over, it's like, oh damn, my battery's gone, bro.
Yeah,
lithium-ion batteries. Planned obsolescence. It's like back in the day. You used to buy like a washing machine. So Kai's left, unfortunately. It's his dad's birthday. He's got more important. He's a
daddy's boy.
But as I was saying earlier, we, as like a society back in the day, used to buy one washing machine, one dryer, one dishwasher, and that'll last you your whole life, and fridges and stuff. Now they last like 5-10 years.
Yeah, it's gone so quick.
Like even my one, like my dishwasher, I got it like 3 years ago, and it's already gone.
Growing up, we never had it was never the highest quality stuff. It was the shit to get you places. Like we buy a car not to like have a car. We buy a car to get us from A to B and shit.
Yeah,
but now
exactly.
It's like your car's breaking every few months. You got to go replace this and replace that. It's a consumerism world now.
Yeah, and like they make the same model of car like every year with slight changes.
Exactly.
So, like,
little tiny changes.
Oh yeah, all new, man. Like it's the same car, bro.
Nothing changed. Don't lie to us.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, no, it was pretty interesting, like, thing that kind of happened to our society when all these little reptilians up in their corner offices are like, we can make more money out of this, And
then they started just fucking pumping out everything with the slightest changes and the littlest things to them that make them so much different than
and we see like the ecological like output of it. Like there's this electronic waste place in Africa, and like oh my god, it's atrocious. Like kids are dying from like the toxic because they like burn plastic and stuff there. Like,
it would be fucked, and it sucks. But I think everyone falls victim to it as much as we hate it. We're all a victim to being a consumer, and whenever something that we want comes out, we like I know each year whenever a FIFA or a Madden or whatever comes out, I'm the first one to pre-order it. And it's so stupid. Like it's just a game. Who should give a flying fuck? But we always want more and buy more of it.
Yeah, no, it's because we're like taught to by society. They're like, hey man, you should buy this,
Yeah, and then we just fall into the trap. We're just like, oh yeah, all right.
Like I bought Madden 20 and Madden 21, and there's literally no difference in the game except for like a couple players on the roster.
I did that with NBA 2K 20 and 21, and I remember doing it and there being the little changes, and I was pissed. I was like, oh, this is so stupid.
Yeah, but then again, paid $100 for it. Yeah,
I still paid it, and I was like, oh, it's fucking not too bad.
Still, not too bad. Still like it.
There's new players. Like it happened with Madden as well. When I bought Madden, what was it, 19 and then 20, I remember sitting there and just going, oh, I feel my players have upped their overall. I like this. Yeah. And then you go into the gameplay and you're like, what the fuck's changed?
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, oh, all right, cool. I just got superstar X Factor abilities now. So what?
Exactly.
No, well, I reckon, especially the Olympics at the moment. I'm loving watching that. Have you watched any?
I've been watching a bunch of the Olympics. I've been watching it in little bits, the stuff that I like.
I've always thought it was really interesting how Australia does so bloody well at the Olympics for how small we are. I don't get it.
Truly, we're the athletes' country. Like there's athletes that get pumped out of different countries, but ours, we just seem to. There's no big hype bunch of training and the biggest best facilities. Sometimes it's just people that kill it.
Yeah, exactly.
At the lowest levels and then get the call up and go big. Yeah,
it's because we've got a culture in Australia as well. There's a whole group of people in America that's kind of the majority that don't do sport or anything. And I just think it's so weird because everybody does sport in Australia at some point in their lives.
We are Aussies. Did you see the incident with the rugby sevens teams, the Australia women's and men's?
Oh no! What happened?
They got a complaint by the airline staff travelling back to Australia for excessive partying. Apparently they were like going off their heads in the plane, just fucking loving it, drinking, going everything. And I was reading it just like, yeah, this sounds like an Aussie thing to do. This is beyond right.
Yeah, and that's like the Australia that I know and love. Like
exactly.
Yeah, like the sevens. You know, we weren't that great in sevens, but like shooting, like that white kid from like, he's like around here, who ran the 100 meter.
Oh yeah.
He got like a 99 point something ATAR, and like a law student, and he's got a mullet and he's running like sub 10s in the 100 meter. Like what?
You even look at it in a lot of like footy around here, like NRL. Like this is some of the biggest drop kicks in the world that play in.
Yeah, no, they're degenerates. Like Adokar.
Some of them. Tommy Torojevic, he got like a 90 something ATAR, and he's studying, and I'm sat there just like, what the fuck? How is he like great at everything?
Yeah,
it makes
I know.
No sense.
I've never like understood that. Like I'm relatively good at sport, but I would not say I'm like pro. You know.
Exactly. Like I'd love to go around and like I like boasting that I'm good at playing goalkeeper in soccer, and I'm a decent rugby player, and I'm a decent basketball player, but I'm not like ready to go play pro levels.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if it happened, I got up there, I'd be right in that drop kick standard, because I'm not doing well at school.
Yeah, and then like on the flip side, you got absolute like degenerates like Adokar. Like I like Adokar, like he seems like a good bloke, but like he was about to get arrested before he was in the NRL. Like, and now here he is making millions.
Exactly, and you watch some of the stories of some of these NRL guys who just like who start in like the worst possible places and kill it, and they may not be the smartest. Like Reece Walsh, he's not known to be the smartest dude.
Yeah, no.
But he's what was it? I think his mum or something was like stuck in the, I don't know what it was, stuck in the prison system. I think he kept on getting arrested and put it back in there. So I think some of the greatest players in our modern day can be complete fucking idiots.
Yeah,
still like millions just by being good at a fucking.
Like, have you seen Tedesco talk? Like, even Adokar isn't like that dumb of a bloke. Just wait until you hear like James Tedesco talk. I'm not trying to throw shade, but he is so dumb.
I'd love it if James Tedesco's watching this, just like, oh, what the fuck? Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Like, come on, man.
I'd love it if actually. If
you're great to watch during Origin, though, mate. I love you.
We love you. Up the Blues all the way.
Up the Blues, yeah. No,
I'd love if Tommy Torojevic just sat here watching and just like, oh, I fucking rang her. He complimented me. I fucking like him. And he's just like, you're like, yeah, Tommy, I stand with you.
Yeah, and even in boxing. It's always the Cubans and the Americans that are good at boxing, and then you got this guy with a mullet just hopping in the ring.
From nowhere.
Yeah.
Did you see him at the Boomers last night? They were the Boomers last night. The Aussie basketball team. They beat Argentina by 40 points.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I was watching it, and I'm sat there, and I'm loving this, and watching all the Aussie athletes in the stands cheering them on. And then I saw the boxing dude, the one from the Aussie boxing kid who's killing it, and he's sat in the arena with his mullet out. He's just like, "Yeah, boys, yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, I like that."
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
Yeah, it's just
and
like
even in soccer, spirit. Like we had this like 6 foot something guy, like tall 6 foot
8, Harry Sutar. I know you're talking about.
Just bullying a whole bunch of small South Americans.
I love it. I remember watching one of the games, and I was just like, geez, he's giant. And then I saw a corner come in, and I just saw him leap over a player, and I was like,
damn.
And what's his name? The high jump dude, Brandon Stark, or whoever.
Yeah, he's Mitchell Stark's brother.
Mitchell Stark's brother, and I was sat there watching it, just like, oh, Stark. And then the commentator said it, and I was like, oh, it's fucking sick.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know, it's just ingrained into our society that we just do sport, you know?
Yeah, it's like, no matter what, I think one person, like, there's always...
Yeah, everybody has done it at some point in their life.
Exactly. Like, there's a lot of countries that don't, like England, I know a lot of them will play soccer, but there's always, like, those two chubby fat kids who are like, oh, no, I want to eat my tea inside. I don't want to play soccer.
Yeah, and then there's the Americans that... Oh no! I'm too obsessed with shooting Mexicans crossing the border, like, and then like all the waves and stuff.
No, yeah, I love that. I think if we talk about America politics, that's a whole different fucking cat in the bag.
But like even the waves, like for some reason they all love volleyball in Australia.
It's like two of my mates at school who are mates with you, of course. Vaughan and Bailey. They're like. they're these physical specimens. Let's say that they're not going to not be fit. They're always going to have a good shape to them. And then like they pick the most random sport like fucking volleyball, and they do amazing at it. And you just sat there just like what the
like volleyball, and doesn't Bailey play like hockey or something?
We play hockey and volleyball, and it's a bunch of like, and not hating the rowing team or anything. It's
no, but like, come on, bro.
Rowing, come on, come on. Gotta be better sport than rowing. I'll take swimming over rowing any day. Like,
not trying to throw shade, but like, I don't have any appeal in rowing a boat like across a body of
rowing
water.
A boat in tight spandex that cover half your thigh and leave your arms and almost your tits hanging out. I want that.
Yeah, I know.
It's cold. You're in the water. It's cold. I'd rather have a sweater on and just sit there fishing or something. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, and even then, like the Olympics, like there's equestrian. I'm sorry, but how is that a sport? Like, any dickhead can hop on like any horse they want and just ride it. You know.
Go ride it. Just. I'm good at it. Just get a carrot out of my pocket and just give it to them.
Like it's a skill. I can get behind that it's a skill, but it's not a sport. You know?
It's. Did you see the Aussie shooter? Because they have shooting at the Olympics, right? And he was like training, and I was like watching this dude, and he's the biggest dork ever, but he kills it at randomly just shooting. He's just like, oh, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
You know, like, what my favorite event is though?
Oh no!
Women's shot put, bro.
Some big girls. There are some big girls out there.
Bro, they kill me. Like that's that.
They hit me. Or the women's weightlifting.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. There's some big girls who would end me.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Actually, because back into the political thing, did you see the transgender weightlifter?
Oh, she didn't she?
Yeah,
like,
she did win.
Lose it?
Like what?
how do you commit a transgender and no shot at her? Go to the Olympics with this big uproar. And you're so much better than all your competitors. This is why everyone's so annoyed. And then bomb out at the Olympics.
Yeah, like how I don't know how you can like do that.
Like I get bad performances and stuff, and you know, good on her for going out there and doing what she wanted. But like,
yeah, like I'll never misgender her. Like yeah, she's now like she's now a woman, but biologically she was a man, and she has an advantage over everybody. And still lost.
If there's that advantage, you want to take it. Like it's no shot to any rugby sevens women, but I feel like if I got in a field with a few rugby sevens women, they are so small. I feel like I'd bully them. I'd feel I'd just like no shot. Like they're amazing players, but I feel like if I got out there, I'd just be like, get off me.
Yeah, no. There was this rapper in America, like 3 years ago, who like lifts, like he lifts hard. And as like a protest against transgender like athletes and stuff, he identified as a woman when he did the deadlift, the bench press, and the squat. And he's like in the 7 seconds that I did the bench press, the 22 seconds that I did the deadlift, and like the 17 seconds that I did the squat, I did in fact identify as a woman. And he smashed the female record.
I love that. That's hilarious.
It's funny as.
I mean, why not? If everything's up in smoke, I guess people will want to make a joke out of it. But hey, if there's that opportunity to do it, then just go for it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, especially with like I think something fishy is going on in the Chinese sport world. Like remember how a while ago all the Russians got done for drug cheating? Now they can't.
Yeah, now they have to make their own like sporting association.
Yeah, I know. How
sad that is. It's so sad.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I just think that there's something so like I don't think a Chinese man can run a 9.800 meter. You know?
Are you calling the Chinese corrupt by any chance?
I'm saying that they might be drug cheats. You know.
Damn.
I'm just saying that. I've got no evidence whatsoever.
All I'm going to say is that Chinese people would kill me, so I'm not going to comment on drugs.
Yeah, now I can never enter China, but you know.
I'm just going to say back, they're gonna kill me with a million animes and pop bands as they want to, and I'm just going to sit here and be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just can't. I know they have so many people in the world. I just can't like. They're not built to run, you know. They're built for walking long distances, you know.
This is the most racist without being indirectly racist you've ever been.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you got the people who are byproducts of like selective breeding in the slave world, and now they're smashing all the whites at the 100 meter and stuff. You got the Kenyans who are all nomadic, and they just like can run for forever, you know.
I can laugh at that.
but like it's just, you know.
You know, a country that I love watching kill at the Olympics every year is Jamaica.
Oh yeah,
it's just a sweet spot for watching some Jamaicans just completely destroy a bunch of pathetic runners compared to them.
Yeah, I know, it's so weird. They just dominate the entire sprinting scene. They have
I was watching
no tracks or anything.
I was watching the women's one, and 3 Jamaican women finished 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
and I was sat there just like, sucks to suck. That is rough.
Yeah, I actually forgot how fast those chicks are.
I was watching it this morning, and she sped past everyone. I was like, holy hell.
Yeah, like there was this chick who was 5'1", doing the hurdles, and came like second or something. She's 5'1".
It doesn't even make any fucking sense.
She's like the height of the hurdle, bro.
she's doing a full Mario leap over it. She's like, whoop.
Yeah, no, it's so weird.
No, it's on a random political term, and I wanted to discuss it because it's funny.
Yeah, fair enough.
On the note of conspiracy theories and what we think is going on in China, I want to bring up a political figure a long time ago. Let me not get it wrong because I am an idiot. I think you'll know who I'm talking about when I say his name. Mr. Harold Holt.
Mr. Harold Holt.
The man that vanished while at sea.
Can't swim.
What do you think happened there?
Look. He died. I'll tell you that much. He didn't like magically join Atlantis or something. But I just think it's kind of weird how like his body didn't turn up anywhere.
I think it's weird because what was it like? It's like this little area in like in a random place, and he had his bodyguards surrounding him.
Yeah, I know.
And then middle of the water,
just
gone.
Dips. Yeah.
I just don't understand how no one sees anything. How no one it baffles me.
It's just like the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Like, no way that guy killed himself. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's a conspiracy.
and John McAfee.
He's a fucked up. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to go because Kai would go bang on for days. He'd be like, 31 terabyte hard drive in his Miami condo that got suspiciously demolished. Ooh. Like, okay.
Let's leave that for the next one that I do with you guys because I know that Kai would eat that up. I think I sat at school with him watching him just like destroy politicians with conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it's funny, but
even then, I agree with you on that Jeffrey Epstein one. No way that man killed himself.
Yeah, no way, no chance.
I'm not defending him in any sense. He was a fucked up human being to every sense of it, but no chance.
Yeah, it's because he was too powerful. He had like a list of every single like famous person who went to Kitty Fuck Island, you know. like did Clinton go there like 10 times or something?
I think Trump went. I think there's not a famous politician in America who hasn't gone there, which is so fucked up.
It's so like, come on, bro, come on now.
Another conspiracy theory, which I love, MJ and the kiddies.
MJ, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. I know I'm calling it. I've said it since the start. He did not touch those kids.
I don't think he did either. No.
I was fully believing it until I watched the thing, and then like one of the kids was like, "Oh yeah, he'd just stare into my asshole," and I was like,
"Come on, bro!"
I was like, "What? He did what?" Like, I could just imagine. I could never imagine the king of pop just sat there, just, just like, what's going on? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
and, you know, I would have believed it if he hadn't gone on like a million interviews and been like, when I say I sleep with kids, I put them to bed in my room and then I go to my own bed. And I'm like, he's the king of pop. Maybe he can do that.
Like There's no doubt that like he would have been a little bit weird because he did get abused as a kid by like his dad or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so he would have been like a little bit weird, but I don't think he had like malicious intentions, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And who were the two kids? There was, I forgot one of the kids' names, but like a famous actor kid growing up, and he was like, he vowed that MJ would never do any of that. And then Macaulay Culkin as well.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin was like, nah, never would do that. He was one of the nicest human beings ever.
Yeah, well, I think he was just kind of like scarred from his childhood, so he's like, I kind of want to be like a good father figure to these kids.
Exactly.
And then it kind of got turned on him.
Yeah, a little bit crazy now, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's so many conspiracy theories. They're all really fun to listen to, but like especially the one that I love is the Kurt Cobain one.
Oh, I love it so much. I've decided that one, he didn't kill himself because of course.
Yeah.
And two, that his wife probably hired a hitman. Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but like, it does have a pretty good backstory, you know. Like he did try and have you watched the montage of Heck?
Yeah,
like he did try and kill himself before.
Exactly, and that's what sets it up so well, I think.
Yeah,
is that
definitely.
You think, oh yeah, maybe he did do it, and then you look at like how much drugs he was on, and like the way the shotgun was pointed and where it was placed next to him.
Yeah, like wouldn't he have to like break his elbow or something to have?
They said he'd have to break his elbow to hold it, and the way that the shotgun was placed or something isn't like actually possible.
Yeah.
And it's like, and people saying like the amount of drugs that he was on at the time, there's no possible way that you can do that action of picking up a gun and shooting yourself in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just hectic to me.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, it's funny. Like the one thing that Kai does though that is like a little bit weird is that he like solely believes that like Bill Gates is sterilizing the third world. Like don't get me wrong.
I've had the conversation with him.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do not like a lot of billionaires, but I like Bill Gates and I like Elon Musk.
Yeah, I love him, especially Elon. I'm a big Elon fan. I think.
Yeah, who doesn't like Elon?
The where he's at in his life, and what does he have? He has what does he have? He has
a stupid amount of money.
Not the money. He got diagnosed with something. Elon Musk diagnosis. I think he's got. I'm not gonna say. Some Asperger's. He's got Asperger's.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
And the fact that he is so smart and is so capable of doing so much, like with his money and stuff.
Yeah.
With something that like can debilitate you like that, it's amazing.
Yeah, and like he works so damn hard at the start. He worked 144-hour weeks, bro. Are you kidding? I'm never gonna work 144-hour week ever.
Fuck that! I could never do that.
And then I said it like in a previous episode, but like you see little wieners like Jeff Bezos, like I just want to go to space, man.
It's
why?
Hilarious. And I watched the one of the things where he went out with a bunch of food and gave it to all the press that were watching, and they were like trying to talk to him about the thing at his own space station place, and he's just like, I'll talk to you guys about it tomorrow, and you can see him looking all happy. He's going on his big airplane, going on his spaceship and flying away to the stars.
like I mean, good on you, mate. You made a lot of money, like, you know, exploiting the poor and stuff.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, I think Jeff Bezos forgetting where he is, but he's purely just one of those little boys inside that just wants to go to space and build his own things like Lego.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, but like even then, like, but back on topic, I just find it such a big stretch to believe that Bill Gates is like seriously like a malicious man. He just wants to like help people, you know.
I feel like he's sat in his home like trying to find ways to help the population and try and do all these good things for the world. And then there's always like a large majority of people who sat there just like, he's trying to corrupt us, he's trying to kill us, and he's just sat there just like, come on, man, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, exactly. And like even in his will, like I think he's only left like a very it's a lot of money still, but like a very small portion of his wealth to his kids, and the rest is just going to charity. Like he's just a good bloke, you know.
He is. He's just a genuine good guy inside.
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, there's many good guys who went bad, but like,
yeah,
I don't see him as one of those people.
Yeah, the bad endings. the Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader complex.
Darth Vader,
like Jaina Reinhardt and stuff.
Good lord.
And yeah, all the stuff that the Liberal Party are doing in Australia.
I try and I think Australian politics is so completely fucked. I just try and stay so far away from it. It's like, what is it? The Murdoch media? Like,
oh yeah, the Murdoch. He controls everything.
Shit like that. It's you just got to sit there and just be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's so much. Like, that protest that was supposed to happen on Saturday, but nobody showed up.
Yeah.
It wasn't even scheduled or anything, and just like a whole bunch of cops went to the city and like, oh, wow, look at us guys, we scared them all off. What an excellent job we're doing.
It's so dumb. And what was it? There's all those policemen that went to the protests. Like they all went to the big one where everything went down, and like a bunch of them got COVID, and now like the police force are like understaffed by like almost 80% or some giant number, and I was just sat there watching it, just like, oh my fucking lord.
Yeah, and then we hear Kai bang on about like oh, there's going to be a new Ice Age, guys. There's going to be a riot.
Yeah.
I don't think Aussies like have like the right, except for Cronulla. But that's a different story. But like, they don't really like have like the, like the mentality to just, go into town and kick shit.
We're too much of like we want to help the neighbour next to us. We want to try and do our best to help her. I could never see us going.
And we're like pretty apathetic as well, But like,
exactly.
like we don't really care.
We have that. I did it for my English class this year. It's like this laid back culture of like we care for the people around us, but we also like to keep our stuff in. Like we don't want to bother anyone else, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but no. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
A few stuff, but I think I'll save it for a later visit.
Yeah, fair enough. Because we're at 37 minutes now.
There we go.
You reckon we should wrap it up here?
I mean, if you want to, I'm down for whatever. Yeah,
sounds good. Well, thank you all very much for tuning into episode 3, season 1 of the Purgatory Progressives podcast. It's a bit of a shame that Kai had to leave, although
as he does,
family comes first. Everybody knows that. Thank you for joining me for this one, Finlay.
My pleasure. I'll be happy if you would let me come back.
Yeah, of course, mate. You'll be back. Don't worry.
Awesome.
We'll see you next week. Later.